podcast today, we're going to be going into another sports topic. A story that hits close to home because we actually played against them in football. So this is a story of Aaron Hernandez. He had a spliff in his mouth, and he had a spliff in his mouth. They say he had home on his knees, and he unloaded 6 bullets into him.
Bro, what? No, that's crazy. That's like actually sick. Like this time.
Studios. This is the J.S show. I'm your host, Jonathan J. That's what you want to call me.
I'm Kai Strong, you feel me? Whatever you want to call me, Strong Man, KS, whatever you have. Just don't call me late to dinner, you feel me?
And today, here on the podcast today, we're going to be going into another sports topic. Last time we covered, what's his name?
Covered Delonte West.
Delonte West story of the homelessness and everything. And today, I want to go into another subcategory of sports, dark story of sports that they kind of cover up and they kind of hide from the public, is a story that kind of hits close to home. A story that hits close to home because we actually played against them in football. So this is a story of Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez it's a tough story. The documentary's out and everything on Netflix. You can obviously take a look at it, but this will be like a little brief overview and a little bit of insight on it and kind of like our own thoughts on it, you know? So let's get right back into this. So basically, for those who don't know who Aaron Hernandez is, Aaron Hernandez is the most infamous NFL player of all time. Crazily, he became the most infamous NFL player of all time in the span of in modern time, recently too. This just happened. He just passed away 5 years ago. So this just recently happened, which is crazy to think. The NFL's been around for damn near 50 years, and he somehow became the most infamous. Basically, story goes, star football player, blah blah blah, murder. But
way to break it down,
right?
Bro.
So basically, to go into more detail, is who was Aaron Hernandez the player? You remember Aaron Hernandez? You a Patriots fan, everything
he was a monster, bro. Oh man, him and Gronk, man, boy used to go crazy, man. Two-headed monster.
Yeah.
Swear.
Well, it was the Aaron Hernandez. It was so basically, for people who don't know, Aaron Hernandez, he was a star player up in Bristol, Connecticut. Star high school player. His brother was the star QB at UConn at the time, and he was huge. He was killing it. He was he was top recruit out of Connecticut. Gets sent all the way down to Florida because they want to keep him out of stuff in CT, and he's down in Florida, wilding out though. And you know how that Florida team is extremely notorious for being crazy.
Yeah.
How many people? I think it was 30 of them got arrested or something like that.
How much? Yeah, I know it was a crazy number. But
it's crazy. And then the other thing that's funny, the most ironic part about it was Tim Tebow was the QB.
Yeah, that's super ironic, bro.
It's funny that at that whole time when they was making us think that this team was Tim Tebow was the damn QB and he was that whole God crap with all the plays. I'm not saying God's crap, just saying he was on all that stuff. Yeah. So the media was pushing all that. But anyways, where's it go? So yeah, basically Aaron Hernandez, he went down to Florida and just starts killing it. Becomes a star player there. He actually won tight end of the year while he was down there.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he won tight end of the year while he was down. I forgot what trophy he won. It's whatever that college, each position got a trophy. Yeah. He won the tight end trophy. Wow. And then mind you though, am I gonna talk about yet? Oh yeah, but before I get to the instance, there was a few red flags before he went to the NFL, They teams that already knew there was something off with him. Yeah. So Patriots take a risk on him. And it pays off.
As they do. As they usually do.
He goes to Belichick, right? Belichick can turn anybody. Belichick turned this dude into a star, tight end. becomes a star in the NFL. I had him on my fantasy team. I remember he was dropping 30 points for me a weekend. I remember Aaron Hernandez. I remember he was like my best tight end on my fantasy league back then. I remember he's killing it, and it's Gronk, like you said, Gronk, Brady, Aaron, like you gave Brady 2 of the top tight ends in the league.
Yeah, chip ring every other year, just like we did.
Did they win it or they went?
We went. I think we. I don't know if we went when Aaron Hernandez was on the team. We might have went. I don't know if we won.
I think they did go. I forgot who y'all lost to though.
Cause when Aaron Hernandez was on the team, what time was that?
It was like early 2010s.
Oh yeah. So we went. Yeah, we lost to the Giants and stuff.
That's right.
And then we didn't like win. I don't think, but we went with him.
Yeah, because so he's like on top of the world from Connecticut all the way to playing the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Ron Gronkowski ain't even a name yet. It's Aaron Hernandez. And then all of a sudden, like 2 years later, boom. Aaron Hernandez is being charged with murder.
What?
Everyone was like, what?
Bro, trust me, I was heartbroken. Bro.
What?
That was my boy.
Everybody was like, did I just read that right?
Yeah.
Did I just wait, what? Aaron, what? Wait, what's going on?
And then the details made it even worse too.
The details are crazy. Like I said, we'll get to that. But like we said, as a player, homeboy was a star. It was undeniable. He was one of the top tight ends in the league. Like he was one of the best tight ends they had in the league.
Yeah.
So going off that, how does the top tight end, one of the top football players, dude who made it playing the Super Bowls, just signed a $45 million contract, go off the deep end that badly? So in college, let me tell you this. In college, when he was at Florida, he had 3 incidents. So, first incident, he was at a bar. He got into a bar fight, something like that. Apparently, Tim Tebow had to like break it up. It was a bad, but you know, it's college. It happens. Then he had a worse incident. One of his people that he was cool with, apparently he shot him.
What?
Yeah, apparently he had a shooting when he was down in Florida.
Like while he was on the college football team, this dude, start trying to shoot people.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And what's his name covered up? What's his name? Coach.
The coach. I think I have the image in my head too. I'm trying to
Ohio State.
Is it that bro?
He just got fired from Jacksonville.
Bro, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer,
that dude, bro.
Urban Meyer was the coach at the time. Urban Meyer, you know how Urban Meyer get now.
Yeah, that
picture right here.
Down,
I'm gonna put a picture right here about Urban Meyer, but Urban Meyer covered it up. He made it seem like, nah, this kid's good because you know Urban Meyer just wants the draft picks. More draft picks you get, bigger your contract get. So Urban Meyer covered it up, and dude was reckless. You know, he was getting away with, he legit probably got away with murder.
Yeah.
Like while he was in college, and so this actually affected him so badly to the point where he was pushed from a 1st round pick to the 4th.
Yeah, all the rumors of the people don't want him on their team if he's gonna be a locker room cancer and all that.
Exactly. And he was red flagged. Like they had like a red flag warning on him before he was like, because they said like, oh, he's a star, like he's an athlete, he's whatever, this and that.
But we heard some things like about this dude. Yeah, one of them deals. Yeah.
After that, so you know, you got the details and everything like that, and let's just jump right to it. We all know what ended up happening. Like I said, most infamous player, damn near sports history. Like
some real crazy dudes in sport history, but he's definitely up there.
He's up there.
Top 5 for sure.
He's up there like top 5.
The whole story, just like top 5.
He's up there like top 5 most infamous like people in sports history.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's crazy to think that bro was from Connecticut too. I think that's the part that blows me the most.
That shit blows me, bro. Cause it's like we barely have anybody like really like relevant coming out of CT, bro. And then
the biggest football player we got
is like the most troubled dude like in the world. Like
it's a fucking murderer.
Bro.
So basically, you know, let's skip over all this. We already know star player, blah blah blah. Has a few incidents, boom, murder case. So now, when this, I remember the media tracked everything. If you look back, you can find the videos on YouTube like 8-7 years ago. They have it from when the case first started to when he got convicted. They have every single piece of
Seats. All that.
Everything, bro. And it's bad because, so like when they covered it, it was interesting. Like you said, we were fans of him. I don't care. I'll admit, I was a fan of him.
Swear.
I was a fan of him, and it sucks that. And like I remember when the media started going over and everything like that. Aaron, like they were showing like, maybe he's not convicted now. He's not doing this. And then whenever, because I remember he was still on the Patriots. Remember, he had just signed his deal and everything when this started happening. Yeah. And I remember the police were starting investigating him, and it hit the news like, yo, like players being investigated. But mind you, this was NFL players investigated for murder. Ray Lewis.
Yep.
He beat the case though.
He beat that case though.
There's been a lot and there's been Roethlisberger accused of.
Oh yeah, that was like domestic abuse, right? Something like that.
Murders. Right. Twice.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
Dang, bro.
2 separate cases.
This NFL dude's lying.
But here's the thing, they beat those cases.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you hear a NFL player, you know, a professional athlete going on the wire for something, it's like, nah, what are you talking about? Like, you know, they probably gonna get away with it anyway.
Allegations, like,
yeah, like what are they talking about? Yeah. So it went from, I remember, you know, he's not gonna do that. I remember he's still playing the Patriots and everything like that. I'm sure. All right, so then you got him, you know, going, you know, they was filming him and everything, going into the stadium and everything like that, right? And then, boom, next day, Patriots drop him. Contract voided.
That's crazy, bro.
Sponsorship started to. He had a lot of sponsorships.
My God.
He had a lot of sponsorships. So he started to lose everything.
Bro.
And then the infamous video of him you remember the video of him in the handcuffs, leaving his house?
I think, yeah.
Because they had enough evidence to finally convict him. Arrest him.
Man, right when the contract dropped, like right when the contract comes in, that's all this stuff start coming out, man.
Yeah, so then, you feel me? He goes to what's it called? He goes, you know, goes to the trial. The trial's all over the media. CNN's covering it, Fox, CBS. Cause it's like this is the craziest story ever. An NFL player going to prison for murder. That just happens.
It doesn't. Like this just got their life like out. You know, like they're millionaires, bro. There's no reason to be killing people, like
right? Why would you
stuff, you know?
Right? Why would you do that? So then, boom, back. Trial day, final day comes up. Judge is right there in front of him. Aaron Hernandez, I sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
I know he was hurt, bro.
He didn't show it on his face.
Yeah, bro. On the inside, yeah, he's feeling that.
Well, and it was done right from there. Boom, done.
Career over.
Career over.
Dreams killed.
Dreams,
murdered.
Life over. Not career, life gone. And just because the son is stupid. And you know the case. And you want to just go into the case? You want to talk about what it was?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about it.
Like, you don't know like the whole details to it?
No, not really, no.
So, you know, basically what happened was, bro, basically, him and his boy, they were cool at home where they killed Odin Lloyd. Let me say Odin Lloyd, his name. They were cool with him because he used to date, like, I think his sister or something like that. So, not his sister, like someone within his family. Someone was related to him. He used to date his sister, and basically, I don't know what happened. They started beefing or something like that. Apparently, they wasn't cool no more.
Oh yeah, I did hear bits and pieces of this.
Yeah. And basically, what ended up happening was him and 2 other dudes like drove Odin Lloyd to like some dark lot, right? And he executed him.
What? No, that's sick.
Apparently,
that's sick.
Apparently, they say he had a spliff in his mouth, and he had a spliff in his mouth. They say he had home on his knees and he unloaded 6 bullets in the arm.
Bro, what? No, that's crazy. That's like actually sick. Like this something wrong. There was something wrong with him up here. I feel like
And
had that man.
6 bullets to the back, they said. And he threw the split out on some execution style. Yeah, that's how they found him. They had a split. They had a
Split right there.
split.
Like DNA on it. Like he was just wilding. Like he was just straight up like up and down, just wilding.
Walling out like nothing was gonna touch him.
Like,
They had so much evidence against this dude. So that's basically the story, that he was wilding out. They had him on a gas station camera, like 10 minutes. Like they had him on a gas station camera, like 5 minutes away from the spot.
wow. Like he wasn't even trying to like be alone. Like
No.
he was. I'm telling you, like this dude was crazy.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. Dude was crazy. So then that goes into the whole. That's just where obviously we have to talk about the conspiracy. Because it always gets to the question: how the fuck do you go from an NFL player to a convicted murderer?
Like it just don't make sense, bro. Like don't you just leave that stuff behind you when you get big? Like just that attitude, like where you gotta one up somebody or like all this nonsense, like drama and all that.
Like what is you doing? Even the rappers from the hood don't even do that no more.
Yeah.
What is you doing?
Like you're famous and you're rich. Like you don't gotta worry about stuff like that.
Nah. So then I want to ask you this question. So we both play football. We know how it is to play football. You know how much hits you take. You know how much. You know how much pain. You know how much you got to
Trust
go
me, I
through.
know, bro. I was a running back, bro.
Exactly.
I get hit for a living, bro.
Yeah, so you know how that goes and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about the concussions, the CTE and everything like that. Because when they said that, they said that when they inspected his brain, he had like stage 4 CTE.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Like he had the mind of like a 60-year-old man or something. He was like 26 when he died.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
And because mind you, also I forgot to mention, he committed suicide like 2 years later after that. I mean,
it was like soon. Like
honestly, who wouldn't in that situation?
Yeah.
You went from a professional athlete to sitting on like a 8 by 8 cell.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't in that situation?
a
Honestly.
matter of like a couple months, few months.
Yeah, like I don't think I could. I don't even think I could have gone 2 years, honestly.
Yeah, he's a. I don't know. I don't even know how I would have felt, if I was in that position. But just the amount of depression and stuff we probably went through, like after that.
The anxiety, the depression.
Cause like even how he was saying like the head injuries and everything, like that probably is what caused him to make that initial decision to murk him, But
Exactly.
and then he's thinking about it, he was like, damn, like why did I do this? Regret, yeah, he definitely was feeling that the whole time in there.
I feel like those concussions and a lot of CTE played a huge part, because it's crazy is that he's not the only person that's done this.
Nope.
Exactly. That's why I say he's the only reason he's the most infamous, because he was the most famous.
Yeah.
That's why infamous, famous.
Yeah.
But there's another football player that did something even crazier, where he committed like mass murder, where he killed like his doctor, and he killed the doctor and his entire family. Yeah, I don't know too much about this story, but yeah, there's another story where, bro, like it was like a cornerback or some dude like that. He played for San Francisco. Bro went and murdered like his doctor, like the guy who was like checking up on him. He went and murdered him and his whole family, and then killed himself.
Yo, how come I never heard about this?
Because the NFL ain't letting you hear.
Yo, that's crazy. How you do that, bro?
The NFL ain't letting you hear about that, because that's why. The NFL don't want you to. What? Roger Goodell don't want you to hear about none of this, boy.
That's really crazy how they pick and choose, like. Man.
Bro, they shredded Aaron Hernandez's jerseys.
Dude, like they just destroyed all, like.
Yeah, they let Patriots fans come into the stadium after he was convicted. They let Patriots fans come into the stadium and exchange his jerseys for another jersey. Wow. And they shredded all the jerseys.
That's kind of messed up, though, because he still did stuff with it. I mean, if
it weren't for him, they probably wouldn't have been in that Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he still like was a good player. You feel me? But like, I understand though. You gotta have your morals. You do have the morals and stuff.
It's too infamous. You can't. Yeah. It's like
can't be rocking no Hernandez jersey nowhere.
Imagine someone pull up to a Patriots stadium in an Aaron Hernandez jersey.
Bro, I don't know what that match. Knowing my fans, bro, Cause I'm a Patriots fan, bro. Knowing my fans, bro.
Someone pulls up to actually you pull up to a damn Patriots game.
You're probably not walking out that jersey gonna be ripped out when you walk out of that shop, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, they probably wouldn't even let you get into the stadium for Aaron Hernandez.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably like, you trying to start a riot? Like,
right.
Especially if you're not white doing that. Especially if I pull up with the Aaron Hernandez jersey, like, what you doing, bro? You know we got the most racist fan base, bro. Like, don't play.
And that's another thing I think that plays into the role. And I don't think this isn't really conspiracy. This is kind of like an interesting thought about it. Yeah. How like he was treated during this whole scenario. Because I remember they was posting the pictures of him talking. Because remember, you were telling me earlier, you thought he was a blood.
Yeah, OD. Like I feel like they said that, bro. Like they said he was like involved, affiliated with gang culture or something like that. I feel like I saw that in the media.
But he was never in no gang. He was never a blood. He was never in a gang. He was just a crazy
dude.
He was just a crazy name from Bristol. He wasn't in no gang or nothing like that. But you know, that's what they kind of painted as. You feel me?
Yeah. But like that, I feel like that CTE had a huge like part to play. You feel me? Cause like I don't know, dog. Like being a tight end, you getting
can't hit.
You getting hit a lot. Like you're blocking, you're getting tackled, you're hitting people. Like when you have the ball, like he been doing that his whole life. Like
you're the linebacker of the offense.
That takes a toll on you. Like look at even people like Antonio Brown and stuff. Like like they CTE makes people do like some weird things.
Marion Barber just died.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Vincent Jackson. Not Vincent Jackson, right?
I don't know. I don't remember his name.
Tampa Bay wide receiver a few years ago. Top dude.
It might have been. I think that might be the name.
Vincent Jackson. Yeah. Demarius Thomas.
Oh man, that one was hard. That one.
Demarius Thomas.
That one got me.
He was
a former Patriot too.
Yeah. Even though I think Demarius Thomas was a heart attack, but still,
like he was young, bro.
Exactly.
He wasn't even 40 yet.
That's what I'm saying. So you're right. Like that mental health is real.
It's real. Cause like I don't know, just like people in the league, you can see their mental health declining.
Oh yeah.
In front of you, like almost in front of your eyes, but just like like just people. It's just wild to look at. You know what I mean? Like and just like even just football players that I know that are in college, like some of them, like I don't know, there's some mental health problems that they deal with themselves, and it's like it could be like a cause of football. I feel like it was, like football, like just getting hit all the time, bro.
Oh, it takes
like
a lot
every day. There's no way that's safe.
People don't understand. In practice, you could probably have a concussion or two.
Yeah,
because people, especially the higher you get, the harder people gonna go.
Exactly, or you could be playing with a concussion over and over,
and not even realize it. And then when you in the game, you're not going out unless you like break your damn leg. You're not going out.
Because me, just myself, like I'll play through anything, bro.
Exactly. You're not going out unless it's like unless I can't move. I'm not like don't take me out, coach. Like I'm finishing this game.
Exactly. And just I don't know, like CTE, man. That's a killer, bro. That's something that really like
it messes you up.
It really messes you up. Yeah. And I think that had a big part to play. Just like other mental health issues that come with football too. Like just like the feeling of like maybe neglect, like and stuff like because imagine like he's like like look at it this way. Maybe he made a couple mistakes in his life, and he's like, dang, like I made some mistakes, but like now like because of those mistakes, I'm constantly viewed as like just like a villain now.
Yeah.
You feel me? He made me think about that all the time. Just like wow, I'm a villain. Like, and some people like when they view that as a villain for so long, they're like, I'm gonna be the villain. Ace at you, and then you know what? Maybe I am a villain. Like they start like believing it or something, and it kind of like affects their actions. I feel like, and especially if you're weak, with that coupled with the CTE, you feel me? Like I don't think it's a good recipe. You feel me? So I just think like if you think about it that way, that could be something too. Like that could be why he, you know, why he did what he did. You feel me?
Yeah, because I don't think that was him.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like either just the fact that he got framed or just the fact that it just seemed like an episode or something. Like he went through an episode. Like it wasn't like, you know, that's just who he is. Like, bro, this dude like killed somebody and it just was playing. He's just playing with his kid and stuff the next day. Like nothing happened. Like. And I don't know, and he wasn't really trying to be low about the killing either. Like he was just, you know, like in the security cameras acting like nothing was going on. Like or like he didn't just kill somebody. Like I feel like he wasn't thinking straight. Like you know, just by those, like he just wasn't thinking straight. And when you have like a mental episode, you know, when you think things all the way through and stuff, like so.
And
I don't know.
On that point, Shannon Sharp even said. I remember Shannon Sharp said this, and this came out after he died. Shannon Sharp said, Aaron, we all knew Aaron. Aaron was one of the coolest dudes. He was one of the nicest, coolest dudes that we all knew and everything like that. He was saying like this did not sound like him at all.
Oh man, I didn't even see that, but
yeah, it's uninterrupted, right? Yeah, uninterrupted. Yeah, I remember when him and Skip Bayless was talking about. He was saying Shannon Sharp was like, nah, he was a cool dude, or. Yeah, it was Shannon Sharp, and then what's his name said it too. Older dude, wide receiver. He always on TV, 80s.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But you know what I'm talking about.
The afro?
No. Shave head. You see him every once in a while. I got his face in my head, but I cannot get his name. He's one of them. Not Jerry.
Terrell Owens? No, he don't be on
there. He's not on TV as much. That's why. He's not on TV as much. That's why. Yeah. Well, I'll put his picture right here just so I remember. Just so when I'm random, I'll remember. But yeah. But yeah, you know, you're right. Like, I think it's something that should be like addressed more. Yeah. And I remember in the documentary, they did 2 minutes on it. They didn't address it at all.
Of course not.
They pushed it. Oh, he was gay. He was a frustrated gay man. That was the narrative that they pushed. They even had some.
I remember this talking about that too, and I was like, come on, man.
They had some gay NFL player come on talking about. Come on, man.
Like, I don't know. To me, it's just crazy how just like how much strength the media has, and like just the people behind the media and everything. Like how they could just prevent us from knowing things, or like just hide things under the rug and stuff. Or the, you know, it's just wild to think about. Like, you know, because like.
But back to what I was saying with these whole conspiracies, because the CTE one I think is the biggest one.
Yeah, I swear.
And then there's another conspiracy. I don't think people talk about this. And what's funny is when I watched this with my girlfriend, like the doc, she said this to me. She said she didn't think he did it.
So, blazing hot take.
She thought that he was set up by the other two dudes with him. Because the other two dudes with him are free to this day.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the other two dudes that are with him, that were with him that night, are free to this day.
But like usually there would be like, you know what I'm saying, like they would be added on to the charge, like something to do with the conspiracy.
They were like they I think they got like conspiracy to murder or like conspiracy some kind, but they're free now. But they're free now.
And it's not even been that long.
No.
They killed somebody.
Yeah.
That's a little fishy, I'm not gonna lie.
The only reason why I just couldn't believe that theory is because I'm like, why would you put the meal ticket away? Why would you why would you want to put the meal ticket, like the dude, because they was chilling at his crib, because it was so crazy that apparently after the day after, like the day after he committed the murder, it was all chilling in his crib. He was hanging out with his daughter and everything. Like, yeah, that nigga was crazy.
Like nothing happened. Show his daughter
like I don't know
blood
what
in his hands, like
I don't know what this nigga. Yo, I don't know what home was thinking, but what's it called? Yeah, like this, like I was, and all right, yeah, I get it, but do they want to spend? They don't want to send in prison.
No, like he's a cash cow. Like why would we want him in prison?
But my thing was like this: you gotta think about it. Whether he was free or not, his career was dead.
Yeah.
What team is gonna pick him back up?
Not even the Patriots, bro.
That's OJ. Like, he's OJ now.
Yeah, pretty much.
OJ can't do a damn thing no more.
Like, you may have got acquitted, bro, but his life is still gonna be hard, bro.
Exactly, your life is done no matter what. You're gonna lose all your sponsors.
Cases are controversial, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the jury isn't always right, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna have their views, just too much controversy involved in his name.
Exactly. Imagine Nike trying to have a commercial with Aaron Hernandez after
he got acquitted from a case or something.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, you can't, once, even if that case like didn't happen, and then remember, the Patriots voided his contract no matter what. So that 40, and mind you, the reason why apparently this is his reason for killing himself, was because he wanted to, because there was some clause in Boston, like Boston law or Massachusetts. Basically, there was some clause where it's like, but anyways, it didn't matter because his Odin Lloyd's mom got it overturned. So that he could be like, so he's officially convicted for life no matter what, and now he's passed. So there's nothing he can do, you know. So it's like
all for nothing, really.
Exactly, all for nothing basically. So that's why I'm like, it kind of makes it. It's not a crazy out of the thought conspiracy because it's like low key. I mean, they're free.
Yeah.
And his life was going to ruins anyway because he would have lost that $1 million crib and everything.
Yeah.
And what team is going to pick him up? And who wants a nearly convicted murderer coaching their kids?
not one person.
Like, bro would have to go, you'd have to like work at Home Depot or something like that.
Maybe.
Like, maybe Bristol High would have picked him up.
That's the thing, is like he can't even get a regular job because of his name.
Exactly.
He's too famous. Like,
that's the thing. The case became so infamous that he would have been broke even if he was acquitted.
Yeah.
And he, like I said, no team is picking him up after that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
No team is picking him up. Like I'm saying, I mean the Raiders.
Best bet is like he just ends up being like a motivational speaker or something.
Like that's the only thing he could have done.
Bro, I swear, like there's not much you could do.
So his prize money was kind of out the door. He wasn't really the cash cow no more. It was really just save yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and then also another thing I forgot to mention too, to add on to that conspiracy, one of his closest dudes turned on him because that was the dude he shot when he was in Florida.
That he was with him when he murdered that one dude?
I don't think he was with him, but he was
turned
cool with him. Yeah, he turned on him.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's a key piece of information right there.
Yeah.
He could be someone that lets them know about like key personal things about him and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. There's a reason why he got convicted. Yeah. That's why I'm like, it's not totally out the window that he didn't do it, and it was just like, yo, it's my ass on him, and he ain't worth nothing no more. He about to be in so much debt, he not gonna be able to pay off that crib. Yeah. He lost his contract. He's so infamous. Who's gonna touch him? You know. So it's like low key. It's like, you know, it's not as crazy as you think.
It's not. It's really not. Now that you say that, now that you broke it down like that too, like, cause that's the thing. Like, you don't want to like think of. You don't want to like. You don't feel like that's possible. Like someone could really just get framed for murder, like, or something like. But
it happens.
That junk happens, bro. Like, cause it just the powerful people that be and stuff, like, can really just make stuff happen. Like, and just.
And he ain't here no more.
He's not here.
He ain't here no more. He's not here no more. So what can he say?
He can't say anything to defend himself.
I don't know. So, hey, you got anything else to say about this? Aaron Hernandez?
Just one thing, like, we didn't really talk much about the mental health, like, issues.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you want to go into that now?
Yeah, we could
go into that now. I think we're going to conclude it right here. You know, talking about, like I said, most infamous player in damn near sports history.
Yeah, boy. Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez, you know, from Bristol CT, representing CT.
Representing the A6 though.
Right, from the A6 to make it even worse. So, yeah, like I said, Aaron Hernandez, interesting situation. CT, I think it's something that should be addressed more. Mental health, like we were saying, it should be addressed more, especially within the NFL. Obviously, and that's just in football, not just the NFL, just in football in general, because it affects all levels, going from high school all the way to Pee Wee to the pros.
Yep.
So, like I said, I think it should be a bigger focus. Obviously, there's a lot more to the situation, but still could have been very preventable.
Yeah.
Could have been very preventable.
Definitely.
So I think I'm gonna conclude it here. Thank you for watching. This is the J.S Show here on J.S Studios. I'm your host, Jonathan J.S. Someone where you want to call me.
Yes, sir. It's Kai Strong. You already know. Mr. Strongman, KS, all that. Feel me? Yeah.
And I'm concluding here.